Welcome back to regular programming. Now it's time for the super fun happy horror hour with your hosts, Adam and Mike.
Welcome back, everyone, to the super fun happy horror hour. Thank you. If you missed last fortnight's show, that's because we didn't have one. We have had a break of sorts due to being very busy or very can't be fucked. Mike, how you doing, my man? It's good to see you again. Lovely to speak once more.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's good to be can't be fucked no more. No, it has definitely been hectic October, which as it should be. I mean,
Yeah.
best month of the year. Spooky season was well and truly upon us, and kept myself very busy during that. So that was always good.
You want to plug away, plug yourself, as we say on this show. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Who were you writing for? Who were you?
Yeah, so I went along to Monster Fest in Melbourne. That was held at Cinema Nova in Carlton, probably one of the coolest cinemas of all time. And I was there reviewing the festival and the movies for Wall of Sound, which is predominantly a music publication who have decided to dive into a little bit more of other media as well, so hence movies and such.
Did you review the sound quality of those movies?
Oh, I actually did in one of the movies. I did.
Okay.
Yes, no, but I definitely go in there and I definitely pay attention to sound. That's obviously important. Yeah. And yes, that was very, very busy. I don't think I have pushed through so many movies in such a short amount of time.
Well, how many did you watch in October for Halloween? I know you wouldn't have probably watched as many because you were busy at cinema and doing other festival stuff. But how many did you knock off for Spooktober? I call it Spooktober. I don't know what you call it in your letterbox.
Well, I actually this year, because of how busy I was, I didn't do one this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. But you still log your movies though, right?
I still log my movies, but because it's a horror account, it's basically Spooktober all year round.
Yeah.
Fair. But I did get a good healthy number in, not as good as I did the year before, which even with the movie festival didn't, like, it's still just life got in the way of other stuff in that month. But believe it or not, you know, in 31 days I watched 31 feature films.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it works out too, and I was happy. Like, I definitely
still rookie numbers, but good.
I still had to like push in that 31st like one, just because I was like, it makes sense just to do that. The year before I did way more, and then I don't know, like I just because I did 13 movies at the cinema for Monster Fest I think it worked out to be just over a week and a half, while working for the majority of that as well.
Yeah.
It was a lot. You know, I was so on the Saturday, so Monster Fest started on a Friday. I saw the opening movie. They only showed the one movie on that day. On that Saturday, I saw 4 movies.
Right.
Yeah, wow. All back to back. Like, not, I think the biggest break that I had in between one of the movies was something like half an hour in the whole day. Yeah, it was.
So your diet was popcorn and Coke Zero? Is that what you're living on?
Yeah, that was basically it. Just like, which was really cool because the cinema is such a lovely like cinema. Their stuff's always great quality. I did run down like nearby. There's a Woolies like in the same little arcade that it's in. So I did grab some snacks just to keep in my bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, like going to the movies. So then I ended up, I was there like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then there was nothing on the Monday. And then I was at the cinema like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a lot. But so yeah, my numbers were a bit low. What about yours? What numbers did you get?
My Spooktober was 36 films, so I only logged what I consider to be horror films during that month. I would have watched probably close to 50 films at least still in October. And I was looking at my biggest Spooktober was last year of 2024, and I watched 47 horror films, and it kind of explains. I did look after my mental health a bit more this year when I in Spooktober, so I was mixing it up with some old favorites and maybe a comedy here and there or a rom-com. Because when I remember when I watched 47 movies, 47 horror movies in October last year, I was a fucking yeah, a bit of a mess, like a bit of a depressed mess in November, trying to get some mood back because it was just too much horror. So I do need to mix it up a little bit more, and I think it worked pretty well this year for me, actually. I might, not that I'm going, not that anyone asked. Oh, I was going to have a look. I should have prepared, but my highlights. Do you have any highlights? What were your favorite films that you saw at Monster Fest or whatnot, or even rewatches your favorite horror ones? Did you have any highlights?
Yeah, look, I enjoy, like Monster Fest was great. I think every movie, and this isn't meant to sound like a political answer or anything, but every movie that I saw at Monster Fest had some merit to it.
Yeah,
Like I took something
all
away from
movies do.
every,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why you can't
Um,
give movies 0 stars. They all deserve something.
yeah. So there was definitely things that I enjoyed, being able to do, like and be able to see. So
Yeah, sorry, we never prepped for this. I just kind of lumped that question on you because it
no,
was last minute.
no, that's completely understandable. Yeah, like I just having a quick look. There were some disappointing ones that I could definitely
Hmm.
start off with. So not at Monster Fest, mind you. I enjoyed everything there. I saw House on Eden.
Okay, never heard of that.
What was that on? That was on Shutter.
Oh yeah, I don't
That's
have Shudder. Is that like hosting a horror podcast and not having Shudder? Is that like a sackable
no,
offense or what?
nah. Because in all honesty, there's probably more horror on just Amazon Prime than Shutter anyway.
Yeah, Amazon great horror actually.
But it's basically a found footage movie about influencers that are going ghost hunting.
Okay.
But they were just, and they're actual real, like these people that are in the thing are actually real life, like influencers, like who
Ah,
I don't know. They're like
yeah,
TikTok
yeah, yeah.
famous or something.
So
But,
not famous.
well, they're famous.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. I'm just
But
being a smartass.
I just I didn't like the characters, like literally, and I don't know like how deliberate it was, but I fucking hated the characters.
Mm.
I don't know if they were playing themselves or what they're like on normal TikTok because I don't really do the TikTok thing. But just the characters enough were just to annoy the fuck out of me that I couldn't give a shit about the movie, and
Yeah.
I was just like hoping that each character like met like some gruesome end.
It's the most
Um,
important thing in horror films, and I think we've covered it off that you've got, well, any film is that you've got to get your characters right. That's what
yeah.
makes The Hills, our last episode, I think was our last episode, The Hills Have Eyes. That's what makes both of those films enjoyable is because you care about the characters, right?
Yeah. And that was fun. I did see Frankenstein half in the movie cinema. That
Oh,
was
I
one of
read
the
your
things.
reviews. Yes,
Uh,
yes.
and that was something else. Seriously, worst cinematic experience I've ever had.
That
I don't
sucks,
actually
man.
know how it happened, what the deal was, but it was literally like trying to watch Netflix during a storm.
Yeah,
It was literally like "Boop, boop, boop," and like to some
that's
points like it even
shit.
like there
Did
were
you get a
actual
refund?
part. Yeah, they gave us free tickets, like we could go choose another movie or get a refund with that. But you know what, the probably my biggest takeaway of it was I was like, this is gonna make for an awesome letterboxd review. Like that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like even like before it, because it was so weird. Literally, like it's happening, and obviously enough people have complained. Like I saw people get up and walking out, and I didn't know
Yeah,
if they were
yeah.
like going to the bathroom, if they were like going to tell staff or what. But obviously they did tell staff because all of a sudden, they like come in and someone like over the movie goes, "Oh, we're gonna try and fix things," blah, and walks out, and it's still trying,
Mm.
and we're going like, "Nah." They turned everything off to rewind, literally without warning. We're pitch black. All you can see is the exit signs.
Um,
In that, we're all just, and I'm going, "Is this gonna be quick or what?" 10 minutes sitting there, and then out of nowhere, all the lights turn on.
yeah,
Um,
I reckon they're using like a screener link that Netflix send. So they're streaming it from wherever the fuck the
yeah,
server
I
is. That's
I
what they're
have
doing.
no idea, but it was In my review, I said that the only thing that it was missing was the buffer circle in the middle of the screen. I said
Yeah,
if it would have
yeah.
had that, I like. But no, and I can say this because I'm pretty sure no one, and I'm not going to mention the actual cinema where it is. But what was really good was, yes, they looked after us. They told us at that time there was no managers actually like on shift either.
Oh,
So, and it was a relatively
that's helpful.
young group of employees. So I did feel for them. But one of them quietly came over to me and my friends and said, "Look, because we ended up going to see Black Phone 2 instead, but we
Hmm.
had 40 minutes to kill before it started. They gave us their like intensity gaming card,
Oh, yeah.
their employee one, and said just play video games until it's ready. It's on us. Like don't, and that was really nice. They didn't have to. Like
No,
we would have
no.
known. Like we would have just sat around just waiting. You know, like
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I would have just
Um,
grabbed some popcorn or something. So
yeah,
I'm
like
having this.
we're not thinking 40 minutes is that long to wait. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, no worries. And we were probably just gonna like stand around just talking or whatever until it was ready to go in. So that was awesome that they did that. They were really understanding. Like they were like, oh, because as we walked out, we were the first people to walk out. We're like, nah, stuff this. Like,
Yeah.
and there was a guy out the front, and he goes like, "Oh, go down. They can give you like show your tickets, and they'll give you like refund or credit sort of stuff." We're like, "Actually, we want to see Black Phone too." He goes, "Yep. Well, just sort it down there. They'll just switch it over and give you the tickets."
Okay.
Okay, so which was good because that movie was surprisingly fucking good.
Is it better than the first one?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Because I'm not a I didn't enjoy the first one much at all.
completely different vibes.
Cool.
Completely different vibes.
Cool.
It technically doesn't really feel like a sequel.
Ah,
It feels
good.
like a different movie. It feels almost like a different genre of horror.
Right. Is that
So
kind of what they did to? I haven't watched Megan 2.0 yet, but is that because they kind of made
I
that a very
haven't
different?
either.
Haven't? Oh, haven't you? Okay.
Nah,
Right.
nah. But no, so I mean, look, there's probably a lot of people that would disagree with me, but I actually preferred
Fuck those
the
people.
the second Black Phone over the first one. I
I get it.
thoroughly
I
enjoyed it.
get it. Yeah, I will watch it when I get it. But yeah, so I just want to touch on that because I want you to because I've written one of my favorite reviews I wrote was from a shit experience because I watched Knock at the Cabin at the drive-in.
Shit movie in a shit location or
Oh, I
what?
did. I don't mind. Actually, it was shit at the time, but I actually don't mind Knock at the Cabin. I'm a Shyamalan apologist. I quite like what his
Okay.
vibes. It's not obviously not near his best, but I didn't mind it. I don't think it's a shit movie, but uh, I can totally understand why people would. But fucking hell, my experience at the cinema at the drive-in was because it was hot, sticky January night or whatever the hell it was. Bugs flying around. Couldn't turn your car on, turn the aircon on because you shine your lights in some fucker's face. Like it's really rude. Obviously, do that. So you're sitting there, door open because it's so hot, no breeze, and then you start getting attacked by bugs. It's like, what the fuck am I doing here? This it was just a horrible, horrible experience. And I was there with my daughter, who was bitching and moaning as much as I was feeling it. Like it was a rough time. It was really rough.
You know what's like more like crazy about that though is I don't know what it's like up in Queensland. However, a known thing for us here is when it gets
Mm.
hot, you go to the cinema, right? Because it's like air conditioned. You're like, when it
Yeah,
goes hot, let's go sit in our car
mate,
outside
I
and
don't
watch a
know.
movie.
I
Like
don't
what?
know. I think I went, and this is legit because I got a voucher for the drive-in for my Secret Santa like the month before in December.
Oh,
That's why
okay,
I
yeah.
went. So it was like $30. So I went, yeah. So I used that.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
what? Like, who would decide to go instead of seeing it in an air-conditioned cinema,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
sit in like a stinking hot car?
Yeah. It was a bad
No,
choice. Milk was a bad choice.
milk is always a bad choice. No, I was actually pretty lucky in October having a look. I saw some movies that like were never even on my radar, like had never
Mm.
heard of. I'm probably gonna say the name wrong, but there was one called Hagazusa.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Obviously it's Japanese, yeah?
No,
I've heard of
no.
that. And it's
Let
not
me have a.
Japanese?
No, it's not.
How rude. How rude.
It is Austrian and German. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's in German, but it basically makes the witch look like Play School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's
Okay.
dark. Like you were talking about your mental health watching horror movies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This would be one that wouldn't be something to watch while you're struggling.
Folk
Um,
horror. Yeah, right.
yeah, like it is very dark, very bleak, but was awesome, and I'd never heard of it before. And
The
I
name
watched
rings a
it,
bell, but yeah.
but I had watched it with the X Rental Movie Club, the online movie club that I watch movies with.
Yep.
Shout out to those guys, Stevie and Rose, from running that. But what happens is every October they set out a massive like Halloween schedule. So they stream twice a week, generally let's say a Wednesday and then a Sunday, sometimes more. But like on the Sunday they'll do like a marathon. They'll do like 3 or 4 movies, on the day and
Right.
just stream them.
Okay.
And each week
Now,
would have a different theme, and they change it every year that they do it so that there's not repeats and stuff. And one of them was like the week was something like witchcraft and magic or something like that, was
mm,
the so it's all horror, but based in that. So like there was, Hagazusa was one. Black Sunday was shown that same night. No, it wasn't, a
okay.
couple of nights after, which was an awesome watch, a first watch.
Yeah.
That was like blew my mind. A Dark Song was another movie that I watched. Like a lot of movie, like Black Sunday, obviously, like I know of, everyone knows, like, or at least knows of that. But like Hagazusa and Dark Song, before seeing it on the schedule for the movie club, I
Mm,
hadn't heard of those at all.
yeah. Okay.
And they were good. Like, so A Dark Song was like Irish produced movie.
Okay.
But no,
Hmm.
that was good. A bit of a slow burn, but still good. I watched some that I had seen before. Like I watched a bunch of the Evil Dead movies.
Ah, yeah.
Every October, regardless of if it's in movie club or just on my own, I tend to try and go through a franchise or most of a
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll talk about that when I do mine.
Yeah, so like last year I did Halloween because I was like, of course, it's Halloween and stuff like that. This year I was gonna do Friday the 13th, but I'd actually done like literally from the first one to the last one, like only a few
What
months
was
ago.
what was that last movie you said before?
Dark
When?
Song,
No, after that.
Friday the 13th,
No, there was something in between because I
Evil
watched it
Dead.
too. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Oh, yeah. And I watched that and I can't find it in my list here, so I mustn't have put my tag on it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I
Um,
just wanted to.
yeah, so like for instance, that month I didn't watch the first one because I was busy, so I missed it. But I watched Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and then Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead.
Okay.
So the
Yeah. Yeah,
2013
that's
one.
good.
Oh,
I
and I
actually
did
quite
Rise
like
as
that.
well. So like that were good. So basically I only missed out on the first one because I was busy when that was shown. Uh,
Yep.
but yeah, like so that's kind of what I watched. I was relatively happy with my October with like I saw a lot of movies
Yeah.
that I enjoyed and had a couple of moments with it. VHS Halloween got a lot of hype on Instagram and I watched it and just didn't vibe with it.
Okay.
I was like, nah.
I've not seen that. I've heard some good stuff about that though.
It's always hit and miss for me. I know it's
Same.
anthology,
My favorite horror.
so but the way that they cut it, I maybe sound like an old man when I say this, but I like when there's like definitive breaks in between the stories and when they like also like let it be known, like show me a title card for each one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they don't.
Absolutely.
So they have this
Right.
overarching story that happens in between each segment, but then
Mm.
out of like nowhere in that segment, it will start the
A new
next
segment.
short. And I'm
Right.
like, what? And then that one will finish, and then it will go back to the overarching story that's there from start to finish.
Right.
And I'm there going, this just feels messy. And I know that they've probably done it to be like edgy with their editing and that.
Yeah,
And I'm sure
yeah.
people probably ate that up and were going like, this is awesome. I'm there going, nah, this sort of lost the plot for me. Like, surely they could have, because there was one, I can't remember which one, but because it's called VHS and it's meant to look like found footage for all of them,
Yeah, yeah.
there were ones where like they would walk to like televisions, or they would change the tape over the television, and that was the segment break.
Yeah.
Like they'd put in a new tape or
Yeah,
something
that's
like
great.
that. And then you go, okay, that sort of interacts and goes into it and
Yeah.
merges. This one, I was just a bit lost. I was like, nah, I'm not. I didn't vibe with it. So yeah, that's pretty much mine. What about your October?
Mine, well, they've got a few things I should talk about. So I've got a few favorites that I watched, and looking at my list, I didn't rate anything less than 3 stars. That's my
Whoa,
lowest
okay.
rating. So I did have I would say a good month. But my favorite, I actually, when you're talking about watching franchises, I planned to watch Underworld, didn't watch one of them because I have all those. But I did watch all the first 4 Hell House movies, and I've said on this show before how like ghosts and that type of shit is what really scares me. Yeah, man, this shit was raising the hairs on my arms frequently, and or even all 4, even the worst of them, still has some scary elements in it. I really, really enjoyed Hell House. And you like them, right?
Yeah, like again, probably a hit and miss. Look, none of them are like bad.
No. Yeah, 3 stars is the worst. You probably could be 2.5 for one of them, but I was generous.
Yeah, like I think like I liked most of the found footage ones. I think there was one that I didn't like as much as the others. Like I think I did
Probably
you
the
watch
4th one.
Lineage? Did you watch Lineage?
No, I haven't watched the new. No, that's the latest one, right? No, I've heard
Yeah.
nothing but shit about it. Though. I've heard it's pretty
Oh
bad.
look, it's not anything like the other ones.
Okay,
It's
maybe
not
that's why people aren't liking it then.
didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I think that this guy, the director, Steve, what's his name? Oh yeah, Stephen Cognetti. I
Yep,
think I
rings a
would have
bell.
been pissed if this 5th movie came out and it basically just riffed on the first 4. I would have been like, come on, Vin
Yeah.
Diesel's done this with Fast and Furious
Yeah.
and driven
Yep.
it into the ground.
Mhm.
And he's actually made like a fully fledged like feature length movie that's not found footage. Like the
Okay.
production quality is way better.
Yeah, good.
Like it's still like, I don't think he's got like mass budgets,
Yeah.
but it's way better like production quality.
That's good to
Everything
know.
about it does. And it was good, and I think that's where a lot of hate came from because it's not found footage
Yeah.
anymore.
People's expectations were hurt. That's what the hate's
Yeah.
from.
Look, story-wise, I won't say too much because you haven't said it. It does link into the other ones, which
Okay.
are good. I mean,
Yep.
the name itself sort of gives that away. It says it's called
Yeah.
Lineage, so it's sort
Yeah.
of so yeah, and that's interesting how they incorporate that into it. The story was okay. The acting was okay. This is the only thing when it comes to when you're no longer doing found footage, though. See, in found footage, shit acting works because it's meant to be a
Yeah.
normal everyday person, right?
Well,
Generally, like
yeah,
you
well, it
think that
is, but that's when you shouldn't be able to spot acting, though, right? If they're supposed to
yeah,
be genuine and authentic, you shouldn't be able to spot acting.
yeah. But at the same time, though, so technically, if I wasn't acting, I should be
Yeah.
able to be in a found footage movie, just be myself, and then that would
Yeah.
come across as good
Absolutely.
acting, right?
Exactly.
That issue comes up in Lineage because now some of the characters that were in the other ones are
Mm.
in this one, or at least shown in it because of the story. And you go, sure, these guys were like passable in found footage.
Yeah.
In an
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
movie, these guys are campy actors, like,
Right. Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
doesn't work. And I go, oh,
Yeah. That's fair.
but I've seen a lot of praise for it. I've seen a lot of hate for it. All that I would say is like bravo for the guy because he's not doing any more. At least
Okay.
not in that same thing. If he does anything, he says he would want to explore something completely different. It would never be he wouldn't
Yeah.
go back to Abaddon or
Yep.
anything.
Yep.
He has said that people supposedly are working on related titles or
Okay.
could do that
Spin-offs. Yep.
that he doesn't have any involvement with.
Hmm.
He did say that he wants to return to the franchise at some point, but if he does, it will not be linked to any of the stuff he's done already.
Right. Okay.
So what that looks like and how that happens or when it happens is a different, like kettle of fish. But yeah, so what do you reckon if you get to choose your worst movie of October, what do you reckon it was?
Oh, well, yeah, well, Okay, I'll get to that. I've got a few favorite first watches.
Mm.
I had to watch, when I say had to, I watched King Kong from 1933 for my Cinematic Wasteland podcast with the film history one. I fucking loved it. It's such an amazing movie. It's like the first ever blockbuster, pretty much, the way it's filmed, the scale of it. A lot of stop motion. It's just a superb film to see from a historical perspective. Paranorman, I don't think I'd seen before. I really, really love Paranorman. I thought that was fucking fantastic. And the 4K is stunning. A Good Boy, I really, really like Good Boy, but Animals and Empathy are going to get me every time. My favorite rewatches, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 70s, so 77, 79, and The Burbs. I love The Burbs, and that's a horror, comedy horror. Don't at me. Yeah, a few other honorable mentions. For Dead End Drive-In, I thought was pretty cool, actually. It's only a 3-star movie, but it's pretty cool. It's a cool little bit of Ozploitation. And what else did I see there? Biggest disappointments. I'll just go to biggest disappointments. The Long Walk was an actual proper disappointment for me because that was so overhyped.
Really? Because I was gonna say, like, and obviously hype is a factor, right? Like a lot of people.
I don't let it, not anymore for me, because I don't let it. Otherwise, Sinners would have been shit to me. But this was people saying this is the best Stephen King adaptation are fucking delusional. It's barely top 15. It's good.
Like,
I
it's got
enjoyed
high
it.
ratings on it.
It's fucking. I don't. It's yeah. People. It
I've
doesn't
not
matter.
seen
I'm not
it,
going to offend
so I
anyone.
don't know.
It's. I gave it 3. Like I said, nothing's under 3. I gave it 3, and I think purely because the performances are fantastic. Like
Yeah.
there's so much logical issues to this. It's mind blowing. I couldn't get it past it. That's what let me down the most. And its messages, it touches on all these different themes and messages and never fulfills any of them. It never completes like the
Okay.
arc of a thing. It just introduces 5 or 6 really good things. If they had done 2 and done the whole film about them, would have been brilliant. It would have been a great adaptation. But there's too many things introduced that didn't get resolution or just weren't seen through to their completion. But Cooper Hoffman and is it David Johnson?
Yeah, David Johnson.
Those two are fucking amazing. They're so great. Like Philip Seymour is like a god to me. So watching his son, as soon as I saw Licorice Pizza, I'm like, I got to watch this kid, his whole career, right? Because his dad's one of my all-time faves, and
Mm.
he's really great. You see his dad in him a lot. And
Does he
David
sound
Johnson,
like his dad?
nah,
Because
not
I
really.
don't
I
think I've
don't
seen
think
anything
so.
that he's in it. Because like
I don't think he
Philip
doesn't.
has such a
He's
distinct voice,
distinctive.
right? You would
Yeah,
hear it
yeah,
and know, like
yeah.
without even looking. If there was a
How's the
screen
peeping,
behind me,
Tommy?
you know,
Yeah,
I would know.
absolutely. Yeah, no, Cooper, no, he doesn't. No, I would say he looks like his dad in certain light, especially I guess his smile and stuff. He's quite like his dad, but no, it doesn't sound like him. David Johnson is going to be a very big star. This kid, he's a really impressive actor. Yeah, but anyway, Long Walk, disappointing. Was expecting something, and Jurassic World Rebirth. Even though people were saying this was good, this was really actually a pretty good one. Still barely 3 stars. Still a pain in the ass to watch.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm in the majority or the minority here in saying that realistically, once it gets over the fact that there's like cool dinosaurs, you know,
Yeah.
I've not seen the new one, but like
Okay.
obviously I go like, oh, awesome. And like the graphics tend to be pretty good, you know, tend to be.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The
Um,
CGI is great. It
but
looks good.
outside of that, going like, oh, that looks cool. The Jurassic World movies, I've
Mm.
all gone like, nah,
The first
not for
one,
me.
the first Jurassic World, I was like, pretty good. Don't mind it. And then, but 4 and 5 and 6. 6 is one of the worst movies ever made. Fuck sixes. Read my review on Jurassic World, whatever the last one is. I'm going to read it for you on air.
While you find that out, so I'll start talking about what we're doing while you find that.
Dominion.
So we're going to be doing a believe it or not, guys, this is probably going to be a bumper.
It will be. It will be. I've
Bumper
got it.
episode.
I've got it
Go for
before
it.
we get into it. So, Jurassic World Dominion, I watched 16th of July 2022. It's a short one. So anyway, my bullshit-o-meter was redlining for 147 minutes. My fuck you-o-meter exploded into flames with 12 minutes left. I found next to 0 positive things to say about this. Next to 0 is 1, by the way. Gave it 1 star. So that's my short review of Jurassic World Dominion.
So it got it. You didn't give it half a star though.
Mate, it got made and it has some redeeming. Barely, it has something for me to give it a star, and probably Jeff Goldblum. To be honest, is the reason. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I had something in my mind when I wrote that. But yeah. Sorry. So,
Okay.
do you want me to? Sorry. Did you want me to do the intro, or did you have?
Yeah. If you've got something going, then go for it.
Yeah. So, as Mike was getting to before, I had to spew my vitriol. We do have an episode to talk about. This is this our first director or our second director we've spoken about?
It's definitely not our first.
We spoke about Wes before, didn't we? Did Wes Craven?
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
have done and Jordan Peele.
Oh, Jordan Peele. We haven't done
Wes
Wes.
yet.
No.
We've
Okay,
done
Jordan Peele. Yes, that's right. So anyway, as we've already gotten to this point, we're probably already half an hour into an hour episode, but this is going to be a
I
longer
reckon
one.
we're in longer than that.
This is an astronomical episode that we today.
I'm going off air right now. See you later, guys.
Man, I couldn't resist it. I was having a walk and I thought of that line. I thought that's a fucking bad enough to be good one.
Oh, no wonder you wanted to do the intro. Oh, I'm sorry, you listeners, that you had to cop
Don't
that.
be sorry. Yeah, no. Everyone's laughing in a good or a bad way, so that's the aim, right?
I was gonna say, as long as they're like, if it's laughing at you or with you, it doesn't matter as long as they're laughing.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So Ari Aster has directed 4 feature films and 8 short films before that, which I found out before recording this that a lot of those are available on YouTube, and I am going to watch them. Yeah. So yeah, Ari Aster, we're probably going to concentrate mainly on his in quotes horror, Hereditary, and Midsummer, but because old mate Mikey hasn't seen Beau is Afraid or Eddington, but I'll touch on them a little bit towards the end. So I'm going to let you. Where do we start with Hereditary, my man?
Look, I mean, probably one of the most interesting facts that I saw about myself is I was just trying to bring up my reviews so that I could have a look and make sure that anything that I talk about is relevant with Hereditary because I recently watched it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I was just looking at mine, and I could have swore I watched this 3 months ago. It was October last year.
Yeah, well, this is what's weird. I didn't even mean to do this, and I had no idea until earlier, like when I was talking to you at the start of the episode,
Mhm.
is I watched it on October 29 this year.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a part of Movie Club. And I watched it on October 29, 2024.
Oh, wow.
Without even meaning to.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. Getting into this, probably, like, I think it's hands down just one of the most unsettling movies I've ever seen in my life. Just the amounts of, like, how uncomfortable it makes me
Yep.
every time I watch it.
So we are spoiling these episodes just in case for anyone who isn't aware or doesn't remember. So we are spoiling.
Yeah, oh, 100%. I mean, the movie came out in 2018. If you've not watched it by now, do yourself a favor and watch it. But it gets me going. Like it that's one that sort of like really unnerves me every time I watch it. It
What's
makes
the
me really-
first?
Yeah.
I have really strong, and sorry to butt in, but I have really strong memories the first time I watched this, which was 22, according to Letterboxd, April 22, of when I was just watching along because I heard this had such a great reputation. So I took my time to get to it. And watching it thinking, okay, this is like a family drama and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, head out the window thing happens. I'm like, holy fuck, this is a whole new film for me now. Like that part of the film is incredibly shocking and unsettling. Is that where you started for the first time going, holy shit?
No, mine started off pretty early in the movie where like the bird scene. I actually when I first watched it, the character Charlie, played by Millie Shapiro, picked up the bird and took it home and was doing their own little creations in their room and like cut the bird's head off and
yes,
when I was first watching this, and obviously like she gets that tick where she clicks her like tongue, and she's very quiet and introverted. I was thinking when I was first watching it that something's going to like blow up in a big way with them. I was thinking that there was going to be something more involved with them,
Mm. Right?
and that it was going to be centered around that. So I was thinking that it was going to turn out to be, that they were a witch or that they, had some sort of like supernatural type powers and stuff and that they did things. And then when I saw that the head scene, I stood up from my seat. I remember the
Really?
first, yeah, I had no idea. Like, I hadn't had it spoiled for me or anything.
Well, you
I
do
stood
think it's
up,
going to be a ghost movie by and large, and it kind of is because of there's an image at the very start, right?
yeah.
Ow.
And, but when that happens and how quick it happens, and it's made into such a nothing scene, right? It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
slows down.
yeah,
It doesn't cut to the scene and show it, happen. You hear the sound, right?
yeah.
And then you see him look through like the rear view mirror
You
and
know
all this
enough.
sort of, and then, right?
Yep, yep.
And then
It's the Jaws method, right? It shows by not showing.
yeah,
That's what makes it more, yeah.
so you see that, and then probably the thing that sort of drove it all home and really like made it so uncomfortable was he goes to bed. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
but he doesn't go to sleep. He's just laying there, like, because he's a mess. Like, and
Mm.
he's obviously left the body in the car. And Tony Collette finds the body, and you just hear
Headless
this, like,
daughter. Oh,
you just hear the scream.
Tony Collette, man, is
That
incredible.
scream.
Yeah.
I've never, like, it's, like, I believe that
It
she would
makes
sound the
you,
same if that was real, like, if that really happened.
kind of brings you, well, me, close to tears myself because you know what she's seeing and
Yeah.
that reaction, right? Not I'm a so, and this isn't like any type of at all type of disrespect, but I'm a father, so having children and you can relate and you can empathize with what it would be like to see that. Like, and that scream just brings, yeah, it actually brings up a lot of emotion. It's yeah, you're dead right.
Yeah, so that just like that was hearing that scream for the first time because it
Mm.
sounded so like animalistic
Yeah,
and it sounded real. Like I imagine
yeah,
if
yeah,
someone found that happened for real, that's what someone would sound like,
yeah,
and probably the most realistic scream I've ever seen in any movie.
yeah,
Like based on what it sounds like. I
yeah.
don't think I've ever heard anything sound so like distraught and like destroyed at the same time. Like
Mm.
you literally
Yeah,
in that scream you can hear her heartbreak basically.
yeah,
And then yeah, the movie obviously progresses in that way and I don't think there's ever a moment that's as harrowing as that moment. Um
No, no, there's that's the thing about Hereditary. I think it has different types of genres of horror within the one horror film,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I think up until that point you definitely get like this like dysfunctional family drama
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
movie
With
that obviously
undertones of mystery and whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then that happens, and it still sort of keeps going with that drama and
Mm.
such, and then the character Peter, played by the amazing Alex Wolff. I love him.
Oh
I think
mate,
that
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
underrated. I've not seen him in a bad movie.
I love Alex Wolff. He's in Pig. He's
In
great in
Pig, yeah, I
Pig.
was gonna
Yeah.
say Pig, amazing in Pig.
Yep.
Just does amazing stuff. I'm trying to think what else.
What else he's been in?
Yeah, so that I can really remember him in.
Well, he's
Oh,
in yeah, old
uh,
Jumanji's. They're both the Jumanji's. A Quiet Place Day One. He's in that too. That's what I've seen him in mostly.
yeah. Oh, and My Friend Dharma, the movie one.
I've not seen that.
Look, it's not great, but yeah. So like, he's amazing in it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's when we start sort of getting a bit of the element of like horror is like the school scene. When he like starts slamming his head into the desk, and like
Yeah.
you start getting an idea, and then the other people get involved, and that's when it's like this feels kind of culty, and then it turns out it is
Mm.
kind of culty,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just everything that just it basically starts a movie as some sort of, I'm gonna say, based on the location, and even though it's meant to be a modern movie, but based on the house setting and everything, it feels like it starts as a Victorian family drama.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Well, that opening, we need to talk about that opening shot with the dollhouse because that is one of the best cold open shots in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
No question in my mind. Like that thing blows me away. Well, the both times I've seen it because it's an incredible shot. It really is.
But yeah, so I think that you go from a Victorian family drama with a little bit of like sort of like a gothic type vibe to it.
Well, there's a ghost mystery at the start because you see her
Yeah.
dead mother in the corner, just that glimpse, that shadow,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And then it ends as like sort of like this like paganistic folk horror.
Yeah.
Right? Like it goes like from
Yeah.
like which
Yeah,
in a
it's
way
like
sort of works like the circle of Ouroboros almost in the way of like it sort of
well,
goes
it's
off
like
in tangents and then meets.
it's kind of like the Poltergeist crossed with Wicker Man, a little bit, right?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So yeah, you definitely get that sort of vibe from it. And just throughout the movie, there's little segments that I think almost like have different kinds of horror in it. Like
yeah.
the school desk scene feels very like possession type thing, you know, like something that could have been in like one of the Exorcist movies, you know, because he's overtaken. And then the ending feels like I can't remember which one of the Paranormal Activity movies it is, but there's one where
Ah,
like
yeah.
the end, like there's like
It's
a cult,
so
um,
yeah,
and that's what it felt like, you know. And so that was my own sort of vibe. Was it felt like you said, it felt like what did you say, Wicker Man and
yeah.
Poltergeist
Poltergeist, yeah,
mixed with a little bit of like the Sixth Sense. Like, and
yeah,
my reason for that
yeah,
is just because they start getting glimpses of that, you know, the lady who was trying to help him, and like, um,
yeah,
she plays Joan in it. He
yeah,
sees her like across the yard, you know, when he's like at like the playground or something or eating lunch. She keeps popping up with Tony Collette's character, like just out of nowhere. And this whole time, I'm there going like, "What's this lady want? There's something going on
yeah,
here,"
yeah,
and it's not revealed until towards the end. Because even when she's trying to help Tony Collette's character and going, "Oh, we can try doing this," I'm still sorry. That's her trying to get me to stop talking. I'm still thinking, okay, this just has a mum trying to get help, you know, to
hmm
try and do this. I never thought that it would spiral into a ritualistic cult.
yeah. A revival cult.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah,
with Paimon. So,
yeah. Hereditary. I don't really have much more to add about it because it's been, like I said, over a year since I saw it. So
mm,
welcome to the podcast where we're not as prepared as we could be, but you know, is there any? There's not really much even trivia to talk about. But this is actually made set in Utah. I didn't realize it was set in Utah because when you were talking about that before about the Victorian family drama, it kind of felt like it was an upstate New York type of thing or Oregon, Washington type of
yeah,
Pacific Northwest type of scenario. But
yeah, for me, it was just more like the house always just felt really cold and old. You know, like the house sort of was always just very like dark and almost felt like stagnant or like stale the whole time.
very
Um,
deliberate, yeah. The set,
not
the
yeah.
I mean,
Um,
that's a very
I
deliberate
wouldn't want to
thing.
live in it. I wouldn't want to live there. Like it
No.
feels like a very uncomfortable and unwelcoming house.
Well, yeah. Like, yeah, it looks and feels like it would be very cold and kind of creepy.
Yeah, well, there's definitely yeah. But outside of that, no, there's not much like to add to it. It's a phenomenal movie.
It's obviously, yeah, it is a really phenomenal movie. It's well worth a recommend. It's my highest rated Ari Aster film.
Mm.
But in saying that, he's got four features and I've got ranked none of them lower than 4 stars. So, yeah, I actually didn't realize I was that much of a fan of Ari's films, but turns out I am. He's not made something I haven't loved.
All right, so let me have a quick look. What did I give Hereditary? 4.5 stars.
Yep, yeah, same. 4.5 for me as well.
Which is there anything you want to add to Hereditary?
No, just obviously it's a big recommend. It's I've seen it twice and it got better on the second watch for me, as some films do. Worth it just to see how robbed Toni Collette was of any type of major award. She's insanely great in this film, as is Alex Wolff. And Ari's first film. I mean, it kind of really set the stage for what he was going to be, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it just shines a light on the fact of how looked over the horror genre can be when it comes to
Yeah,
awards season.
yeah.
Just because I do believe that
It's
yes, this
sad.
is a horror movie. You know, if you want to put it simply,
Yeah,
it is. But I can see that people that even aren't into horror could enjoy this movie.
yeah. It's not a traditional horror that most people would think of when they think of horror. Like, as
Yeah.
in, yeah, casual movie watchers or non-horror fans. I think, yeah, it's because it's basically it's a family drama mystery thriller, kind of. At its heart is what it pretty much
Mm.
is. Yeah.
So yeah, they were definitely robbed in awards season because I think Ari Aster should have been up, at least got a nomination for it. Toni Collette definitely should have.
Yep.
Alex Wolff definitely should have been nominated. You know, that all of that were amazing. And yeah, I don't know if you're up for it. Let me kick your Aster into the next movie, which is my highest rated Ari Aster movie.
Ah, excellent. I'm keen to hear why. I've seen this twice, but only most recently I watched it with my ex-partner, which would have been more than before I was on Letterboxd, is probably the way I should phrase that. So I watched this actually in May again this year, and it's a four-star film for me. I know there's parts of this I don't get, but I do love its vibe. I love its tone. I mean, this one launched Florence Pugh as well, right? Into the stratosphere of what she's become. Yeah, weird, it's a weird film in a lot of respects, isn't it?
Yeah, but I actually also think that potentially like the most gorgeous horror film.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's kind of muted in its tones, but there's still enough brightness, especially because it's a flower ceremony, right? Like it's still very beautiful.
I don't get the muted tones. I don't see it
It's
as muted. I see it as like such a bright, stark contrast of having like these basically the three main colors that I see when they're outside is the blue sky, which it never looks shit. You got the I'm gonna call it the golden brown of like any sort of rockery or cliff face, and the
yeah.
green grass, you know, and I just go, I love the fact that it almost feels like they've taken some pages out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which, yes, is a muted movie. This, I think they've shown that you can have a horror movie set with friendly people in a beautiful location. And so for me, this looks like it's like shot straight out of like Play School. Like this is like
Oh,
just a
really?
real
Oh,
the building itself.
I'm not saying the colors are muted. It is a colorful film. Like there's a lot of colors in it, but there's an overall sheen to it that is it's kind of enhanced brightness. Like it's a very summery movie.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
so that's
I don't, I'm definitely not articulating it well enough. I'm just looking at some images now to try and understand what I mean, but it's kind of a very yellow, bright film. Yeah, I hope that makes
um
sense.
yeah, and it works for me because it
Oh
makes
yeah,
everything
yeah. It's
I
not a
think
negative, what I'm saying.
yeah, it lulls you into a false sense of security
Yeah, it's
because
very
you
deliberate.
yeah,
Hmm.
you're there going like, oh, if something's so happy and like, you know, like so warm and vibrant, what bad can happen in this?
Well, you kind of assuming the Teletubbies are around the corner, like it's that type of
Exactly.
sheen. Yeah, yeah.
If they would have like shot up to the sun and the sun had like a smiling baby face in it, I wouldn't have thought it was weird. You definitely don't go into this movie watching that the group of people that they're in thinking that there's going to
Hmm.
be a blood eagle, you know, around the corner either.
Yeah.
But that's where look, obviously the world is veiled in skepticism, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a human trait, you know, that we tend I think we all have to some extent that is an inherent defense mechanism. We
Definitely.
are fearful of things because we don't want So we sort of take a step back and try to observe. So obviously we go into this movie, and even without seeing the Ari Aster name,
Yeah.
we go, friendly people that are living out in the middle of nowhere. Is this really gonna go well? And we already know. Like, we're like, nah, this is about to get fucked up.
Yeah.
How is this gonna like? And it does, and it definitely goes off. But then at the same time, I think what was done really well is that for some of those like characters, I say some, not all, because we see what happens to certain characters, but they're there willfully, like, and the
Yeah. Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that take
Yeah.
place,
Well, they're there as
they,
tourists, right?
yeah, but I mean, even the people that are there though, they're there
Oh, yes.
willfully,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
of them not so willfully, but
Well,
and some of the things that take place, they volunteer.
it's very much again very similar themes. It's got Wicker Man themes again, obviously, because it's
Yeah,
a
very much so.
so you can tell Wicker Man must be a big influence on his overall career. But the big through line through all of his movies is the main characters dealing with some pretty fucked up grief and trauma, and they're trying to find ways through that. That's pretty much his through line in all of his movies. I don't know why, because I read about him. He seems to have had a pretty decent upbringing, but he touches on it all really well. Like he seems to know what he's dealing with.
And here I was thinking that his through line for all these movies would don't trust anyone. Yeah. Or the perils of trusting too much, of being too trusting.
I mean, that's probably a good point of view, especially. Well, you kind of raise a good point because even in Bo Was Afraid and Eddington is it's a little bit like that. Especially Eddington. Actually, trust is a big message in Eddington because it's set during COVID.
Yeah. But yeah, so this movie, I was very fortunate. So I got to, when I last watched it, was June last year, and I got to watch it in IMAX.
Oh wow!
And that was stunning to watch. The only cinematic experience that has beaten that
Frankenstein.
yeah, Frankenstein. No, but was Sinners in IMAX,
Oh yeah, yep.
because that was phenomenal.
Have
But
you watched? Have you rewatched Sinners?
No,
Huh. On your
well,
disc? On your
no,
4K?
not yet. I've
Okay.
I've watched a pertained version.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
like I obtained it. I did watch that after it. Still enjoyed it, but not as much. And
Okay.
yeah,
I've not
okay.
watched my disc, but I did watch it on HBO Max, and it comes with the IMAX ratio when the scenes change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I didn't see that in the cinema. So, and I think the disc does have the alternate aspect ratios.
Yeah, that does. That definitely does. Like I
Yeah.
read, that was what made me 100% buy it. Was I saw
Yeah,
that.
Warner are good at doing that. Warner are good at doing that. The other ones don't do it so much. But it looks amazing. Like when you see the screen, especially in that middle act scene,
Yeah,
the one that everyone knows. It's it's phenomenal. It's because I don't know, this isn't a Sinners thing, but when I first watched Sinners, that whole music scene through the history of music and that cultural stuff, I was like, this is kind of weird. It kind of took me out of it. And wasn't until about 2 days after I was thinking about the movie over and over that I really vibed with that scene. And the second time I watched it, I'm like, yeah, I know why this is here now. Like, it's pretty amazing. But when it
yeah,
opens up in that IMAX, it looks fantastic.
yeah.
Mm.
But getting to see
Midsummer.
Midsummer in
Sorry.
IMAX was an experience that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Yes, the movie looks gorgeous all the time. There's
Mhm.
no such thing as a bad version to watch Midsummer, unless it's like buffering on Netflix or something. Then maybe it's bad.
Or on your phone. Don't watch movies
or
on your phone.
on your phone. But it was so good. The ratio that they used in it, that they were able to show, was great. One of the
Yeah.
best things. Oh, and I'll get to probably my favorite thing of it after this next point, which was the cliff jumping scene.
Oh, yes, we have to. Yeah, we were going to talk about that.
Was on an IMAX screen with the ratio that it has. I shit you not. Now, I'm a short person, like I am, but I shit you not, because of the size of the screen. When they do the long shot, so like
Round
where
up to the top.
Yeah, no, but the other way, where it actually like is back a little bit, where it's actually you see the
looking
top
down.
and you see the ground. No, you see top and bottom at the same time. I
Okay,
think it's
sorry.
for I don't know if I think it's the male that does it, and you see him drop, and it just shows the full drop,
Yeah,
like there.
on his head.
Yeah, I had to stand up to see the bottom of the screen, like to see him,
Ah.
like because he went past, and like IMAX, for anyone that doesn't know, at least in Melbourne, there's like a area that like the seats stop, they don't go any further, and there's a bit of a rail because it's like stairs and there's like safety exits and stuff that are down
Right.
there.
Yep.
Uh, and depending on where you're seated, those rails can get in the way a little bit and can like block a bit of the view. And
Mm-hmm.
normally, even in IMAX, that doesn't really affect much because a lot of the times, like nothing really happens at the bottom of the screen. You know, like it never happens.
This is what I talk about this IMAX shit for. Like, who cares what a bit more sky and sand looks like? It's weird.
Exactly. Like,
Mm.
and so, but this movie is where it matters. So literally, you're seeing the old man
Yeah.
fall in,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm not gonna see him hit. So I'm literally there leaning forward over, like half standing up, just to watch him hit the rock. And
That's
I was just
great.
like, yeah, it was great. Like it was such a good scene. But with the sound that it has in that movie and in
Mm.
IMAX,
The
I
thunk.
noticed things in IMAX that I've never noticed
Ah.
watching it before. And this is a movie that I reckon I've seen probably close to 10 times.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, like I like this movie a lot.
Yeah, I can tell.
And what it was when Florence's character is dancing and
Hmm.
and also like tripping out as well.
Yeah.
In I've never noticed the little whispers and stuff that are there.
Oh, okay.
The-
Yep, yep.
It IMAX is surround sound, right?
Mm.
And so those whispers are like amped up. They're amped
Yeah.
up. I'm here. I literally turned around in my seat thinking that there was some rude prick behind me whispering and talking to the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually saw it with Wayne. Like Wayne and I
Oh,
went and
yep.
saw it. And he goes, "Yeah, I thought the same thing. It's the movie." Like he knew what I was turning around for. And he goes, "No, it's in the movie." I was like, "Oh." But it
That's
did, like
awesome.
literally, like as she's turning and spinning, the sounds turned in this like went through the different speakers. So the music, like this, the whispering was coming from different parts in the room at different times.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, like it literally, like almost like every speaker, like clockwise, got the whispers
Yeah,
and just
wicked.
went.
I love that. I
And
love that.
it was my favorite part of the whole movie. I was just like, oh, how immersive they've just made this that
Yeah.
literally I turned in my seat to have a go at someone who I thought was whispering in the movies. Like,
I love that.
but then after I realized it, I sat there, I got goosebumps on the back of my neck because then it also just felt like they were speaking like into my ear just behind me.
Wow.
And it was just an experience.
Love that.
That whole movie, like I walked out of it. Now I have adored that movie for the longest of time, and I never thought that I could adore it
Well, at least six
more.
years, but yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't think I could love it any more than I already did,
Yep, yep.
and I was wrong. Like
IMAX will do that. Yeah.
it was already a 5-star movie for me. I love
Mm.
it. There's nothing in it that I don't love. I love everything about that movie. And I saw it in IMAX, and I know that we can't rate any higher, but this would be a 10-star movie after
Yeah.
IMAX. Like, I'd love it doubly as much as I did beforehand.
Wow.
Like, and what was really cool about it, before I hand it over to you, was that when I got to see it, and this was deliberate, I believe, was because of the southern and northern hemisphere, obviously, weather is different, like we're the opposite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got to
I
see
love the
it.
way you ask me that. Like, doesn't matter. That's
Yeah,
all right. That's great.
I got to see it the night before the beginning of winter solstice.
Oh, yeah.
And the movie is actually like set
And
during the
summer
beginning
solstice.
of the summer
Yeah.
solstice.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really cool. Like the fact of when they did it, like basically they head over at the beginning of that season of the
Yep.
summer solstice,
Yep.
and IMAX in the southern hemisphere plays it just as we start the winter solstice.
Well, that would be A24 marketing, right? Because they would have obviously launched it in it.
Yeah, I have no idea what like how much. Surely they had to. Like, surely that was
Yeah,
deliberate.
the release
Um,
dates are deliberate. Absolutely.
But yeah, so I mean, look, it looked beautiful in IMAX, but it sounded amazing. I've never like it was the audio in Midsummer in IMAX blew my mind. I've never like I think I could have happily sat there with my eyes closed and just listened to the movie and happily paid the full amount.
Really?
Yeah, it was
That's
an
cool.
experience. Like it was amazing.
Sorry, I just had to look at something else. Yeah, so have you got any? Because I don't, even though I only watched this in May, I don't really know what else to say about it. It's kind of the only thing I think I can add at the moment without you asking me questions and prompting my brain is that it's one of those movies that you know something fucked up is just around the corner because
Yeah, yeah,
there's obviously the opening phone conversation. Then they're going to Sweden by themselves, the boys, and
yeah,
not she's not invited, which creates this instant tension. And so once they get there, her and her boyfriend are just not on good terms, obviously.
yeah,
Then all this shit goes on where the woman's checking him out and she's just kind of in her own dream world. They take mushrooms. One of the scenes that stands out to me most leading up to all that or leading after all that is they're outside eating on the big long tables.
yeah,
That whole scene, you just think something bad's going to happen here, and then it kind of doesn't happen there. It's just real tense. It's all about
yeah,
it's all emotion, right? Nothing actually bad happens at that point, except for one of them goes missing, like the guys start going missing and this and that. But that's what I mean. That's back to my first point is that you just think something fucked up is just around the corner all the time, and sometimes it doesn't happen. So the way he makes you ride that roller coaster, I think is really, really impressive. I think that's what makes this film the makes this film great for me is just that journey that he takes you on. Because a lot
mm,
of this movie I still don't claim to try and understand, especially the ending. I think it's kind of weird and I don't get it, but I'm hoping you can explain it to me.
yeah. Look, it just I think the ending is just I think the character that Florence plays
Does she
is
lose her
just
mind?
well, a part of me thinks either not so much that she's lost her mind. I think she's realized how much shit has gone in her life, like gone on in
Yeah.
her life, that has affected her. And she's also realized that maybe like the people that she thought that were there for a support system
Yep. Yep.
isn't.
Yeah.
And she's almost like she's found simplicity in this new group of people that
Yeah.
she's almost like
Well, she's found
cut
people
all
that accept her
tethers.
too, right? Like I think
Yeah,
as you were saying that, I was thinking, yeah, maybe, yeah, she has found her tribe who do accept her for what she is and what she's capable of. Where, yeah, you're right. The other guys were just all self-indulgent and kind of ignored her. They didn't want her there in the first place, right? So she smiling because she was happy to see the dude die and get burnt in flames in a bear suit. Like that was
yeah.
that was a
Well,
horrific. That's a much more horrific scene than I remembered from the first time watching it
yeah,
because it's so brutal.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely like the way that I see it is I think at that point, that scene to me, I without going into it, I think that that relationship between her and her partner was
Mm.
obviously a volatile relationship,
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
and wasn't it was doomed from before they even went on the trip, right?
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
and I think that trip where, for instance, like she sees what the partner gets involved with, and
Yeah.
like sleeping with that girl, and like
Yep.
she walks in and sees that happening, and I think the whole movie ending is her just cutting all ties to the real world into her past life.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's why she basically watches her partner die the way that he does horrifically, with the
Yeah.
indifference that she shows at the
Is
beginning.
is it because it's like like you said, her untethering and now she's free because no one
Yeah,
really knows she's there. She's
yeah, and I think
anonymous.
that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
laughing, crying sort of thing that she does at the end, that leaves me to either believe one of two things. One, that you're right, that maybe she's lost her mind a little bit, which
She
could
has
be
to of.
done,
She
but
has to of a little bit.
or at least be like traumatized from it. But I also don't
I don't.
necessarily
I
think. Ari would do a cheap ending where someone just goes nuts.
No, no, I'm not saying she's lost her mind as in it's all in her head what she's seeing. I think she's just lost her mind because the whole situation, her life, the trauma she's
Yeah.
gone through has kind of driven her a bit crazy. That's why she's happy to see these people just fuck off out of her life forever, no matter how it's happened.
Yeah, so that's one option is either I think it
Yeah.
could be that. The
What?
other one is it's relief. And that's
Ah,
literally
okay.
like
Yeah,
and she's
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
even though it should be like a sad like moment because it's her
Yeah,
partner that's just died,
yeah,
stark realization in that same moment has hit her going, she's got nothing else holding her back now. She's got
yeah, yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Like she can do what she wants. These people have been friendly, accepting. She's seen their simple way of life. And probably for someone who's as anxious as she is in that movie, you
Yeah.
know, with all that stuff, it'd probably do her the world of good to be around people like that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Um,
I'm
and
not,
so yeah, I think it also gives without even maybe being offhanded doing it, almost says like fuck around and find out about it's like a good for her movie, right? Like that guy gets like fucking
yeah,
scorched earth, like you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and
I,
he's never cleared of the wrongdoings that he does. So I think there's at least
mm,
a little bit of like a not heavy-handed because I don't think it's in his style, but like a very like revenge sort of like a karma, like you know, reap what you
yeah,
sow sort of thing. And
yeah.
because of that, look at what happened to him because of choices he made, really.
I've got a, yeah, I think you definitely could be right. I have a third option because when I said this, the other option, I thought you were going to say what I was thinking, which I don't know why anyone would say what I was thinking. But the third option, I was thinking maybe that's just because she's now, because she won that competition, the dance competition, that she's so indoctrinated now, so she's been cultified. So maybe her smile is that she's smiling, she's happy for him, maybe
Mm,
because he's going to this, he's sacrificing, he's become a martyr, and now he's going on to a better place. Is it the cult aspect of them of
yeah.
her now thinking she's happy for him, but why would she? Yeah, but again, on that note, why would she be happy for him when he's fucked her around the way he has?
Yeah. Oh, and that's it. So I think there's, and it's probably done deliberately. I think that Ari seems like I'm talking like I know the guy. I don't, but I don't think he ever really wants to give like a one solid answer or one solid like possibility to a movie. I think
Yeah.
he wants you to take what you do from it
Hmm.
and go with it. And I believe he's also one of those directors that your opinion on a movie or your thoughts with what happens in a movie can change. Like
Yeah.
if you watch it again, you might
Yes.
see it from another light or
A
another perspective and go,
Absolutely.
"Oh,
That's why it's
and
great.
yeah."
Yeah.
So that's why, like for me, I think that I mean it's hard to say that a movie's flawless. It's
Yeah, 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 yeah,
there's
yeah.
always something, but for me, like without a doubt a 5-star movie. I love it. There's nothing in that
Okay.
movie that I don't like. I think that it came out in a time where like the setting was unique. We didn't have all of the folk horror movies out that we do now either.
No, between him and
Um
Eggers, yeah, him and Eggers really
yeah,
relaunched it, didn't they? We
you
should
know,
do an Eggers episode.
we definitely need to do an Eggers episode. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of those, and even with the folk horror that we did have, none of them looked like that. None of them
No.
had that setting.
Oh, they're darker, aren't they? They're,
Yeah,
yeah, this
yeah.
is not a dark looking film.
You know, like for instance, the movie that I would think would be most similar to this, or at least as feel as the start, would be The Witch. But The Witch
Yeah,
looks
yeah, yeah.
nothing like it. The story is nothing like it
Oh,
either.
I've seen The Witch, but I don't remember shit about it. I do need to. It's as we've been talking tonight. I've been thinking I need to rewatch The Witch because it's yeah. I'm even
Yeah,
thinking where it is on my shelves. Can't remember.
I don't own it.
Oh, don't you?
No, I don't own it. Oh, maybe I do. No, I don't think I do. I need to get the 4K, but
Black Friday sales are coming up. If you're on Amazon, it might be on there.
yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. Just because I know Australia didn't, I don't think got an
No,
Australian
I'm
release.
pretty sure we didn't know.
But it's been a while since I've watched that too. I know that's a 5-star movie for me. I love that
Okay.
movie. That's my favorite Eggers movie.
The Witch. I really like The Northman. I think The Northman's great.
I have only watched half of it.
Have you? Okay. Mate,
Yeah.
the final battle alone, just the way it looks, it's such a beautiful looking film. But this final battle alone inside a volcano, it's fucking sick. It's immaculate. What's Eggers? Oh, the Lighthouse. I think the Lighthouse would probably be my favorite of his, actually.
Yeah.
I think the Lighthouse is phenomenal. It's like being at a play watching just two phenomenal actors just go toe to toe. Because
Yeah.
Pattinson is one of the greatest actors we have of his generation. He's amazing. And Willem Dafoe is one of the all-time greats, in my opinion. I think as much as everyone loves Willem Dafoe, thanks to Spider-Man, he's still so underrated as an actual talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and as a person too.
Oh, he's a cool
Like,
dude. Yeah, yeah.
I love watching his interviews. Like, he's
Yeah.
such just an awesome person. And I agree with Patterson. I used to be on the Twilight hate train,
Never
Harry
seen
Potter
it.
hate train, where I was just like, nah. And I like,
Don't you rag on Cedric Diggory? He's
I
great.
was great.
My
But no,
boy.
like literally, like obviously, like he wasn't really famous when he was in Harry Potter. Like, and it was
No,
not
no
a
one knew who he
huge, it
was.
wasn't a
No,
huge part in it either. Like
no.
but then Twilight came out, and sure, like I saw the movies, and I
Mm.
honestly just thought this guy was shit. I literally thought it. I was like, this guy is shit.
Well, everyone thought Kristen Stewart was too, but that's the material they're working with. Because Kristen
Yeah.
Stewart is a fantastic actress too. She's so fucking talented.
But because of my resentment for Twilight,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I did not give movies a shot for the longest
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And he didn't do a lot. He did a lot of indies for a little while.
Have you seen Good Time? Have you seen Good Time?
That is one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's great. Yeah,
and
yeah, it really
and
is.
him as Connie in that movie, amazing.
He's so fucking good. He does. Do you know one of his best and this is not going to be. He does one of the voices of the one of the main bird in The Boy and the Heron, the film. And there's no way in the world you'd pick that as Robert Pattinson unless you read the credits. Like,
Yeah, and I've not seen it. I've not seen
oh,
that
haven't
one
you?
yet. No, I know that he's in it, and I know that he like got a lot of praise for it.
Yeah, it's so good.
But like I was watching little movies, or not maybe not little movies, but ones that I just saw they'd come on, and he was in it. And some of the movies were a bit like lame, but his performance in it was good. Like he was in that movie like Remember Me, which is like about like a son trying to connect with his dad and stuff, and he meets someone, and it's around the time of 9/11 happening. And I was like, this guy's all right. And then, yeah, I saw Good Time. I was like, holy shit. But
Lost
then,
City of Z, yeah.
and then seeing like the other stuff that he's done, like
Mickey 17. I love
I still haven't seen that. Still haven't seen
mate.
that. Is it Cosmopolitus that he
Cosmopolis, the
Yeah.
Cronenberg film. I own
Yeah.
that and haven't watched it yet.
That was pretty cool. I liked him in. He's done a couple of other things, but then you know what I
Remember Me.
started liking him in?
No, I do
His
not.
interviews. His fucking interviews.
Oh, yeah.
He's a funny fucking dude.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Like he can take the piss out of. Have you watched any of his stuff that he's been doing for the press release of his
No, for
new
Die
movies?
My Love.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you some stuff. He is
Yeah,
hilarious.
okay.
He literally like talks about like he asks Jennifer Lawrence, is there a director that she wouldn't say no to? And she goes, yeah, but he's never asked me to be anything. And he goes, who? And she goes, Christopher Nolan. And he like smiles. He goes, yeah, he's pretty good. And like I was watching that and going like, this is hilarious. And like he's on a lie detector test for a part, and they go, would you ever be in Twilight again? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he goes, yeah, I could play a 17-year-old kid again. Like, sure, I'm Gen Z, and it's hilarious. Like, but no, like, I just think overall, I don't know how we went into Robert Pattinson here, but I think he's a good actor.
This is the Ari.
This is the Ari Aster like Robert Pattinson episode. No,
I can't wait to listen to this. What the hell?
To be fair, this is a bumper episode, and this is us like finding our feet again.
Do you know what? We have not even set a timer.
No, we didn't.
So we should start wrapping up because I think
let's definitely wrap up. My end thoughts on. Oh, by the way, he was good in The King. Robert Pattinson was good in the Timothy Chalamet movie. The King.
Yeah. Yep. I actually didn't mind that. I didn't mind that movie.
No, I liked it. Anyway, wrapping up with Ari Aster. is Midsummer's just
Well-
amazing. Hereditary was
Yeah.
amazing. And let me go over. Now I'm going to put you under the pump now, right?
Yeah.
You're the one that says we're wrapping up. I want you, and I'm going to change it for both movies, okay?
Okay.
But for Bowie's Afraid,
Mm-hmm.
if I got in an elevator with you and you had to
Mhm.
pitch me this movie in like 30 seconds, tell me why someone should watch Bowie's Afraid and who it's aimed for. Like, who are the
Oh,
fans?
well, it's a darkly funny anxiety film. It's
Also, I've just got off the lift at level 5,
yeah,
knowing that it's a darkly exciting,
darkly
like
funny, darkly
darkly
funny.
funny film,
Because
anxiety
this
film.
this movie is, I think most people, I know I'm not alone,
It's him playing a
have
bunch of characters, isn't
have
it?
anxiety, yeah, ish. It's really focused around him. I can't remember. It was a while ago when I watched it, but he does. But it's also they're not big prominent parts, if that makes sense. But this is just anxiety on screen. This is kind of. It's really funny. It's kind of madcap. It's kind of wild. It's kind of like a road trip as well.
Mm.
Joaquin Phoenix is astonishingly good in this. But this is, I can't articulate it properly, but it is anxiety on film. It kind of depicts what panic attack is like, because you see quite often in this movie, he just has panic attacks because the shit around him is happening.
Yeah, okay.
It's like the world, his whole world around him is just fucking crazy and nuts. It's full on. It's maybe like someone who suffers from this autistic overstimulation type of affliction is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, really loved it because being a sufferer of anxiety from time to time, totally
Yeah.
see it just speaks to me. I'm going to read you my letterbox review. So I'm going to give you, and I watched this in 2023. So I vibed so hard and it had so much Terry Gilliamness to it. Terry Gilliam's one of my all-time favorites. I couldn't help but adore it. Joaquin is so great. Ari directs this so damn well too. Really hits a great stride in this, only his third feature. Also a great score. A lot to unpack from, as usual, from Aster's elevated, in quotes, horror. A child doesn't have to love his parents, but a parent does love their children unconditionally. So it's kind of like a mother-son relationship thing too. You have to earn your child's respect and love, and ultimately don't be an overbearing, guilt-dealing asshole. No wonder Bo was afraid. Every situation he was in was a weird, disturbing sensory overload. Not only psycho scary, but I also found a few decent laughs in this. Intended or not, this was actually pretty funny. The roller coaster of feelings throughout this make it a must-see.
Okay, well, that was like I was in an elevator with you going up fucking Empire State, but we got there.
It's switched. It switched from not even getting to push the button to
Literally, we're
top,
stuck there. We're waiting for the SES to get us out of
top
out
of
of a trap.
the top of the Eureka Tower.
No, that's I definitely need to check it out.
You
It's been
do,
something that I've needed to do.
I
It
mean,
is cheap on
if
4K every now and then, so
is it? I have a Blu-ray. If you like Aster, I mean, it's weird for me that you haven't seen it yet. Actually,
yeah. So I definitely need to. For Eddington, this is gonna
yeah,
because I know that you're a movie goer with opinions, and this
yeah.
is where I'm going to name some cast members out of Eddington.
Oh yeah,
And instead of you giving me a rundown on Eddington, because we want to keep that one's relatively new, so we don't want to give
yeah.
spoilers of Eddington. But what I
Mm-hmm.
want you to do is two things. I'm going to name the cast member. I want you to give one word to describe their character and one
Oh
actor
shit.
that you could replace them with for that role. Okay? And I'm
Oh
not going to
fuck.
start from the beginning. I'm going to just choose random character. Okay, so Pedro Pascal as Ed Garcia.
And what do you want me to say?
One
One
word to
word.
describe their character.
Corrupt.
And who else could you see playing that character if you had to recast it?
I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I think Keanu would be really good, actually.
Okay.
Ask me to explain why, but that's just what came into my head.
Clifton Collins Jr.
Man, give me one sec. Oh, that guy. Oh, fuck me. I don't know. I don't even know who he is in this.
Okay, let me change it up. You obviously know who Michael Ward is, yeah? And he plays Michael Cook in it.
Don't presume. I know shit. I've seen 3 of his films.
Of Michael Ward?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was like in like Top Boy, a
Seen
show,
that.
a
Okay.
UK show.
I don't know who he is in this though, man. I honestly don't know.
He
This
plays
is what my
Michael
memories.
Cook. Okay, so far we're not going good. All right, let's
No.
go. Emma Stone as Lewis Cross. One
I'm
word to
trying.
describe their character.
Okay, give me 1 second because I'm trying to think of what she's like. When did I watch this in August? So I mean, that's a long time ago for me. Who does she play? She's
Louise Cross.
1 sec, mate. I'm just gonna jump into IMDb just to strike my memory. Just strike my memory. Ding, 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 ding. Come on, hurry up, internet. Louise Cross. She plays his wife. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. We're gonna move on to the next character.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. One word to
Yeah.
describe his character.
He is
That's already two.
embattled. Embattled.
Battled. Okay. And who else could play that role if you had to recast it? Don't say River Phoenix.
Who else could play that role? Honestly, I reckon a lot of actors could play that role. Joaquin, he's great. Who else could play that as a nervous, twitchy boss of a town who's not a boss of a town?
Jonah Hill.
No, this is why I need to prepare for these things. Who
No,
else
this
could
is
do-
why I don't want you to prepare for it. We want to see like on the spot.
Watch me squirm.
No, it's not about squirming because I have no idea about the movie, so you
I
can
just
say
want to.
anything.
I want to give a good answer about who else could play it. Who would I like to see in someone modern? When you try and think of actors, you can't think of actors. I mean, Leo comes to mind, but Leo can play anything. I want someone who could be. I don't think Matt Damon could do it as well as Joaquin. Definitely not.
Ben Affleck does a good nervous person.
No, Ben Affleck can eat shit.
See, this is the sort of answers I want from you. These little one-liner quips where it's like Ben Affleck can eat shit with no other context needed. Just that is why I do this.
I've explained my distaste for him in several other things I've done.
But okay, then let's flip the script on this.
Throw me a
you.
list.
Where does out of the four movies, where does Eddington fall?
Well, it's definitely his worst. But
Okay,
it's
so
still,
ranked
but
number
it's
4.
it's still ranked 4 for me, but it's still a 4-star film.
Beau is Afraid.
4 stars. Third,
Midsummer.
who's 4 stars, and second, Hereditary is 4.5.
Okay, so
I
there's
think Hereditary is a masterpiece. So 4-star.
What
Sorry.
stops Hereditary from having that half a star?
Probably a third watch. Honestly, that's probably.
Oh,
about
really?
it.
You reckon that's it? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I reckon. It's because it was 4 first time, 4.5 second time, and films tend to grow. Like as I catch more in it, Hereditary definitely has the potential to be 5-star, and honestly, so does Midsummer, especially after our discussion and talking about that ending a bit more and being able to speak to someone about it and flesh it out. I'll probably watch it again with a whole new appreciation as well. Beau is Afraid I've only seen once, need to see again, but like I said in when I read out my review, I vibed really hard with it. I thought it was right up my alley. I couldn't even tell you what my review of Eddington is. I don't think it's a long one. Yeah, I've said about this. Not sure I'd ever attempt to box this into a genre. It's all the genres. Totally nailed from the pandemic zeitgeist. Perfectly written character types, beautifully shot. Joaquin in the peak of 3 best actors of his generation with Leo and Christian Bale. That is, Christian Bale would be great in this role. Let's say that actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Christian Bale would be really good, actually. Yeah.
Well, what about now? Obviously, we understand how distribution licenses work and everything like that. So, what I'm about to put to you is a hypothetical because it couldn't happen. But let's just say all 4 of those movies got a 4K Criterion release. So we know, at least as Australians, that's pretty much top of the pops for a release. And tends to be our most expensive ones. For a standard release that's not in a collector's edition type thing. Which of those 4 movies would you buy would you buy the Criterion the release for?
Do I have to choose one? Because I would choose all 4. I would have all 4.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Would you would pay all 4, like full price for all 4?
No, because I own Hereditary 4K already.
Okay.
Because that came out in Australia. We have a Hereditary 4K. Did you know that?
If it didn't, I know that. I have it.
Oh, good.
If it didn't,
so
let's just say you didn't own any of them, or if you did, you only had them on DVD, right? Because we know how much you love. Nah,
If
just
I had them all
DVD.
on DVD, yeah, they'd probably all look. Eddington's still fresh, so Hereditary, absolutely, probably a first day purchase. Midsummer, I would Midsummer and Bow, I'd wait for sales.
Yeah,
Hereditary would be the one I would be like, oh, yeah, first day pre-order.
like you'd pay full price and everything.
I'd pre-order
like that.
Hereditary. Yeah.
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 Okay. Yep. I was that person that I bought the director's cut of Midsummer, the
Yeah.
A24 release, the book one with
The
the
big
canvas
box.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like probably about the size of like a standard book sort of thing.
Mm.
Like it's larger than like a DVD or a Blu-ray case.
Yeah.
It's bright yellow.
Yeah.
It's canvas. It was look, a lot of people would probably scoff at the price. I thought it was reasonable.
But
It
a
was-
collector collects. If that's what you love, you love.
Yeah.
Like,
I got
Yeah.
these. It's a 4K, like in it. It's not like Blu-ray. It's
Yeah.
a 4K.
yeah.
I paid, I think, like $100.
That's that's pretty standard.
But how many
For
people
something
would
like
go
that.
like $100 for a movie? What the?
Yeah,
But I
you know,
haven't
$80.
watched. Yeah,
You know,
true.
you haven't watched it
Um,
since. Okay.
No, and not since that IMAX viewing. I do want to watch it. And I don't know if I told you of this. The thing is, shout out to Outrun who managed to get me in a copy. Like I bought it that night when I went and saw it. Was
Yeah,
around
right.
the time that it came out, and it was sold out or almost sold out. And straight after watching it, I went onto the website and it was marked as like sold out or something. And I messaged Rick and I was like, "What can I do to get one?" And he's like, "I've got you sorted. Don't worry."
Oh,
And did
awesome. He's
sort
such a
me
good
out.
guy.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
been
that's
chatting to
it.
him. I've been chatting to him recently because just about orders that have been not through his fault later than normal, but he's just so great to get them out. I
Yeah.
actually have something coming from him tomorrow. Yeah.
So yeah, like, but because it's bright yellow and it's canvas. Do you know how scared I am to hold this thing? I've literally got it in a
Yeah.
large Ziploc bag.
Oh,
Because how
really?
do you-
It's not a bad idea.
Because how do you store it? Like it
Yeah.
will scuff on anything. Just normal handprints because of it's being bright yellow.
You'll have
like,
to wear
just-
gloves like
yeah,
a
like-
card collector.
Like you don't want to like put grease or oil or anything
Mm.
that's on that on it.
Yeah.
That I'm fearful of just touching this thing. Like so it's
Use
but
it
is
as a
beautiful.
coaster. Use it as a coaster.
Yeah, exactly. And the artwork in it, spoiler for anyone that was going to buy it, are all, the images that they show in the credits and that, like the drawings.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all through it. And some of
So
them are
it's-
like grotesque and gruesome in it. And,
Oh, right.
yeah, like it's an actual like really cool book. And just quickly, while we're shouting out Outrun, because this
Mhm.
goes completely off the rails of this episode. However,
Mm.
it's supporting two people who are Australians with this next thing. One being Outrun DVD, Rick. The other one being someone that is featured in this documentary that I'm about to mention. Shout
Okay.
out to Outrun for getting in the Chain Reactions documentary media book from Dark Sky. Now, I guess I'm shouting out 3 Australians because obviously we have Umbrella that are doing a release of that, which I have pre-ordered as well because we love Umbrella. But Rick got in the media book. It's affordable, like really affordable with Chain Reaction. The book looks really nice. And you know what I found out only after I pre-ordered it and like put my name down is this release comes with 8 versions of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What?
8 versions.
How?
Like different cuts, different edits. I can't remember. There's
That's
a couple
bonkers.
of like, there's a couple of foreign versions. So like they've been dubbed. I can't remember the language. I think one might have been Turkish or
Right.
Russian, and there's another one that there's different cuts, and it comes with it. Like
That's
8
fascinating.
versions. And me being a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, like our episode, that's how I can wrap it into this podcast. Is we did a Texas Chainsaw Massacre episode, so that's us going back to that. Big fan of it. Absolutely. One, am I going to watch that documentary? But
Mm.
I'm going to watch every version of the film as well. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
I want to
incredible.
watch and see what's different in that. But shout out to the people that have like featured in that documentary. So obviously, we get some heavy hitters in there. Like I think like Stephen King was in it.
Right.
They talk to multitude of people that know that and love that movie. And the what I love about it is someone who I deeply respect in it is also interviewed in it, which is Alexandra Hella Nicholas. So
Okay.
people would know Alexandra from social media as the Horror Nonna is
Oh,
the username on like Instagram and such. They do a lot of commentary and essays for Umbrella releases. They have released multiple books on horror as well.
really?
Yeah, so they even had a documentary come out based on a book that they released, which is called 1000 Women in Horror, where they literally just discuss, like, as many, like, the book itself.
We need to do, speaking of women in horror, we should chalk up a Karen Kusama episode.
Yes, definitely.
Because I did watch
Um,
The
who,
Invitation recently.
who you say Karen Kuzma is actually someone that gets interviewed in this Chain Reactions
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Um,
Oh, yeah, not surprising.
along with people like Patton Oswalt, like
Yeah, yeah,
Takashi
yeah.
Mikey,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well as in that. So, shout out to having Australians that are like such a, I think, a beacon of horror, not
Mm.
just in one genre of horror or even like just for one country, but just champions horror in general.
Yeah.
And so to see, I guess, some sort of like representation there of someone that I think is so deserving of
Yeah.
that to be included with such, like heavy hitters like that, who I also think Alexandra's a heavy hitter, like someone who I admire vastly. So definitely, if anyone's watching this now, you can pre-order Chain Reactions if you're into Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a couple of versions that are being released either through Umbrella or Dark Sky as well. So definitely get on that.
Plugging away. Speaking of plugs, should we start wrapping up?
Let's wrap it on Tangent, the episode. Like, I think this is
Yeah.
our second Tangent episode, but I enjoyed it. This was
Oh,
a
it's always fun, man. It's
I'm
always
going
fun.
to definitely say though, like since the break and our little hiatus, this
Mm.
episode came across as therapeutic, and I'm
Mm.
going to just say I'm 100% unapologetic about this being a tangent episode. I think it needed to be done, and this was much needed for me. So
Same.
I just say
Same.
anyone that says otherwise, fuck you. But this is our podcast. We do what we want, and we will do our best to be on track next episode.
Yes. Speaking of, our next episode is going to be The Fog, John Carpenter's from 1980 something, I think, and the 2006 one, which I've not seen, the 2006 one.
It's been quite some time since I saw the remake. It like, and when I say quite some time, like probably 10 odd years. So I will
Mm.
rewatch it before that. I don't remember being too fond of it, but
Yeah, okay.
but that's because, like, to be fair, I love the original.
Yeah, I've only
Um,
seen the original once. Yeah, I
like,
remember liking it, obviously.
yeah, and I just think, at least in my opinion, I didn't really think it's a movie that could be replicated because
Mhm.
you've got so many like people that I absolutely adore in that movie. Like, firstly, like, you've got Adrian Barbeau in it, who plays Stevie, the DJ.
Is this in the
The ori-
2005 one?
nah, the original.
Oh, great,
Nothing
gotcha.
can beat that. You've got Tom Atkins in it,
Yep, Jamie Lee.
and obviously Jamie Lee Curtis.
And Janet Leigh's in it too, her
Yeah,
mother.
that's true.
Hal Holbrook. Hal Holbrook's, yeah, pretty famous character actor. He's been lots of things.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy that movie. I'm probably due for a rewatch of that just because I enjoy it. So I think I'll definitely rewatch that leading up. I haven't watched it since October 2023. So
Okay.
definitely will watch that, but I remember it enough to know.
More recent than me. I watched it in 30 September 22, The Fog.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I've got
And
a
I only
year
gave it
on
3
you.
stars. I only gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, I gave it
Hmm.
3.5, but
Hmm.
I'm thinking now, like I do believe if I rewatched it now, like I'd probably at least crank it up to
Yeah.
4.
I reckon it'll, yeah, I'll obviously give it another watch, but yeah, I reckon it'll go up. I've written in my review of it something about the Blob, and I watched the 1988 version of the Blob. I got the 4K of that, and I fucking love that movie, man. We need to do the Blobs as well because I think they're both great.
Yeah, we'll definitely do the Blob.
Add them to your list, the ever-growing list.
Yeah, it's in there. But yeah, so we'll
Let's
definitely
wrap
do
up.
that next. Yep, I'll let you do the old plug-in
The
and
outro.
we'll wrap up.
Thanks for listening, everyone. This has been a long one. We appreciate your patience, especially giving us a fortnight off. Me and Mike actually haven't recorded in about 6 or 7 weeks, so we did get ahead, but this one is on its way, and we'll hopefully get back ahead real soon. You can catch me at Kerbroder, Kerbroder, on Letterboxd and Curbside_collections on Instagram. Mike is Beyond Horror or Beyond Horror 666 in.
That's been changed. It is now
It's been
on
changed, has it?
Letterbox. It is now, yeah, this is a little bit of exciting news. On
Oh.
Letterbox, it is now Beyond Horror 8.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, well, okay. That's Mike's places to go. Instagram Beyond Horror as well, and Mike Drop Games. Mike Drop Games? Yeah, Mike Drop Games. No S's in there. But the super fun Happy Horror Hour is a part of the SPDM Crew podcasting network where you can hear pretty much anything you want to hear about, especially when it comes to pop culture-y stuff. If you're into podcasts, check out the SPDM Crew channel podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And until next fortnight, where we talk about the fog, catch you then. Bye.
Wah!